So we've got 8 applicants for the Marshall County side. Yep, sure.
There you go, guys. Forget Mr. Dillon back, and he's recording, so he can know it all.
Number 1 is Ronnie Montgomery. Two is Sharon Welch. Three is Lori Bates. Four is Julia Wilson. Five is Joe Whitsitt. Donna Wells is number 6. Number 7 is Walter Porter. Darrell Pogue is number 8. Okay. Anybody have any questions? Yes?
Yes, you mentioned a disqualification. Okay, in your letter, if there is a problem with their application, you send that back to them, and they have so many days to send it back to you?
A disqualification, I'm talking about in terms of, after I get their information, you know, we have income limits.
Okay.
If after I look at the whole family's income, if I determine, based on that proof, that it's over the limits for us to serve,
Okay.
that would be a reason to say, we cannot serve you, you're ineligible. And that would prompt me to send, it's just a form that says you're ineligible for, you know, it could be that somebody doesn't properly own their home. Like the deed may be in someone else's name. That would be another reason, if we couldn't get that cleared up, to say you're ineligible and we can't work on your home. If someone has a trailer home, we would need the deed to the land, a copy of it, and also the title to the trailer home. So those are the issues that I'm talking about, that I'll send you a letter and say I need A, B, C, and D. And after I get those and evaluate them, then, you know, if you were ineligible, I'd tell you and let you know.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Anybody else?
So out of all the names that you just called, just say it's just the 8 that you just called out of Marshall County. The first 3 are the one that you will see first, and then.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll start with 1, 2, and 3. If all of them are ineligible, let's just say they're all ineligible for income, then I would go to 4, 5, and 6.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Yes, sir.
Do they have a limit on what they spend on each one?
There are limits for based on HUD, depending on 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom. So if I were to build a new house, we do have limits.
No, I mean, okay, if you go in and it's a rehab,
Mm-hmm.
do they have a limit on how much they spend on a rehab before they say that it's too much?
Oh, that's kind of I mean, if we go into a house and it's going to cost more to fix it, to bring it up to code, than it would be for us to tear that down and build a new one, we're going to offer the new one. In other words, we wouldn't spend $20,000 more on an old house to bring it up to standard than if we were just to take it down and build a new one. So that's how we make that decision.
The owner has the option of accepting that or turning it down, right?
Absolutely. Mhm.
After you get the first three, do you wait before you start on anybody else? You do them first and then you,
I'd get them underway,
uh,
and then I'll start working with the paperwork for the next three. Now, you said that didn't answer your question?
Not actually, but it's close. I mean, what, under HUD's guidelines,
Mhm.
what is a two-bedroom cost?
You know, I feel like maybe I shouldn't, we're gonna have bidding, public bidding.
I'm just ballparks, all I want to know. I'm just trying to get an idea, what I'm trying to get an idea of. Okay, will you spend $30,000 on a rehab, or will you say that it's $25,000?
Oh no, we spend more on rehabs than that.
Okay, you'd spend up to say 50, because that's basically about what a 900 square foot's going around you selling a rehab.
I'll have to see what
Okay.
your local contractors bid on that. But I certainly have remodeled homes for $50,000. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying.
You all are on septic systems in town, right? And so I'll need to talk with your, what is your groundwater folks? Are they stationed here? That would have authority over your septic and sewer and all of that.
So we don't have septic, we have,
Septic. But
that we have Lincoln.
Now, Jim, are you on the sewer here on the square, or do you have a septic?
That's highly debatable.
Okay.
I came in 2001 or 2 and told them if they could figure it out, if I'm on city, I'm supposed to have on that property a septic tank that is 8 foot deep, 10 foot wide, and 20 foot long, because it was a funeral home. Okay. Nobody knew, I don't know, the line runs like it's coming back to my property. But whether it is or not, I truly do not know. It's just like we don't know where the tank's at.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
So, who's the regulatory authority, I guess, for?
Schultz and,
Yeah.
Schultz in Marshall County.
I'm not sure who it is in Lincoln County.
He's
Come out of the
in the,
health department of Weaver County.
Okay.
he's out on College.
At the health department.
Yep, where the old armory used to be. That's where he's at in Lincoln.
Okay, all right. Okay. Now, anything else?
During the septic tanks, they have to be approved too, right?
If we build a new, that's why I need to get with them to see
Only for
exactly
us.
what they're going to require of us and what, for a rehab, if they're going to, and of course, the first thing we do when we go into someone's home, we're gonna say, how's your sewer system working, your septic system working? You have anything backing up? Do you notice any problems? And so that's going to be part of the comprehensive rehab that we're going to do, and that's why we need to get in touch with your.
But that would be for either rehab or building a new
Right, yeah.
house,
Yep.
okay. Yeah.
Mhm.
for both, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, will you have an inspector come out and inspect that, whether or not they have a sewer or a septic? And then before the house is built, like, what the planning committee is supposed to know where the sewer septum is, so the house don't be built on top of it?
Yeah, that would be great too.
Look, the board from Lincoln County, he'll come out with a rod,
Yeah.
and he'll walk the property, and he'll find it, and then he'll figure out where.
Is that on your local?
The local
Would this-
don't determine septic tanks.
I'm sorry, what?
The local doesn't determine septic tanks. That's done by Water Quality Control, State of Tennessee, and we're in Lincoln County or in Marshall County.
But you don't have a local person that looks at that?
We already there was already one lady that had a new house built under under a grant, and they built it right on top of septic.
Mm-hmm. And so do you have are any of those plotted out in your, like your tax maps?
Not in tax maps, but he has copies of anything he's done recently, right? Don't they have
They should.
in their office?
Some,
Yeah. Yeah.
somewhere around the 2000 something, I think, is what the Lincoln County came back to, or 98, because I tried finding out where some were on my property down on High, and he couldn't tell me because it was too old, and he said he can come out and check them all. I mean, he just rides it. He takes a rod and walks over the property and figures out where the tank's at, and by looking at it, he can tell where the field lines, if they're working, if they're not. He's done it enough.
Okay. Yes, sir.
That gets into rehab. You can repair. You start replacing. You can't replace a septic tank without going in and putting a whole new drain field. In our initial meeting, we talked about like a person got a basement to be brought up to code. You got to bring it all up to code. Wiring, like saying, going to a new house. You got to start right off with electrical inspection. The water control tells you what you're going to have for septic tank. That's done before you even start putting that house up.
We go in and do that.
Yes.
We don't send a state electrical inspector before we begin work, but they have to come in and approve the work and
Yes.
sticker it afterwards. So we do bring things up to code, but let me tell you, on a rehab, it's not like it's going to be a brand new house. That's not the same.
No, it's not
code.
the same thing. That's why I wanted to bring it up.
Right, right.
Not
So
everybody's going to get a new septic tank.
no, absolutely not. Anything else? Okay, Angie's gonna get me numbers for those health departments, for the people in them.